We have to obey God no matter whether people see us or not. If we don't, the consequences may seem delayed, but they are as sure as the sun will rise tomorrow. In 2 Kings chapter 17, Hoshea is king. He has gotten himself into a position where he is a vassal of the Assyrian Empire. He has to pay them tribute to live. Well, when Tiglath-Pileser, Assyrian king, dies, he says, all right, so here's an opportunity to rebel and have our own nation again. I'm not going to be a vassal again. But his son Shalmaneser became king. And this would mark the end of the nation of Israel, the northern kingdom. After 200 years, after 19 kings, none of them good. After Solomon, not a single good king. And this would mark the end of a nation. When these tribes, all the different tribes of Jacob, except for Judah, that's why we call the nation of Israel Jews, because of Judah, would be lost. All because of sin. And here's the thing, Hoshea wasn't worse than the kings before him. In fact, he was better than some of the kings before him. But it's like this, when you have an axe, and that axe is hitting the tree over and over and over, it isn't the last swing of the axe that fells the tree. It's the process. And so, oftentimes, God's judgment will come at a time when you don't expect it. You say, but I've been doing better, or it's the process. And that's what happened here. So then, after he is taken off to Assyria, there's a new king that comes, and there's a 3-year siege of Samaria. This is the capital city of the nation of Israel. And it lasted 3 years because Omri's wall was so good. It was a strong wall. And finally it falls. And then verses 7 and following of chapter 17 tell us the reason for the fall of Israel. Why, after all these years, all these promises, it finally falls. And God says, look, you went after the gods of the Canaanites. Why do you think I let you go into this nation and kill the Canaanites, destroy them completely? Because of their other gods. And then you went and you served these other gods. He says something interesting. He says, and you thought you were doing it in secret. That's a scary thought. What do you think you're doing in secret? Whatever it is, it gets made public. Nothing is secret. He says, because I repeatedly told you, prophet after prophet after prophet, and you never repented. You continually rejected my warnings. He says, it's because you let your firstborn son, go through Molech and on his hot hands and burn those sons up. He says, that's why I destroyed Join, because of basically what would be equivalent to abortion today. They took their firstborn son and sacrificed to Molech because of Baal. He says, that's why you've been conquered. Interesting thing was, the Assyrians conquered them. They sent some people there, and they sent some priests so they'd have their own religion. And the Bible says that there was still power there, even though they were conquered. And God sent lions there to eat people. They were eating them. And so the people, the Bible says, feared God and served the other gods. Now think about that for a minute. Is that ever you? Do you ever fear the God of heaven but then serve other gods? You say, oh man, I don't want to make God mad, but I'm still going to do what I want to do. That was the nation of Israel. Today, do some business in your own heart and say, am I fearing other gods? Am I obeying other gods and serving them and maybe just fearing God? God bless you guys. Have a great day.